Yo, hello everyone. Come on in here. Let's hang out for a minute. It's good to see y'all. Happy Thursday. So I just got home from work. I'm excited to do some questions. Drop your question down there in the question and answer box, and that way I can pull some up and we can have a great time. We can get some questions answered. We can talk about the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass, which started on Monday, but you still have the opportunity to jump in if you want to. You know what, guys? Hello from London. Hey, Bella. You guys, if you have questions, drop them into the question box right down here. You see that? Isn't that cool how I can touch it with my finger? And hey, Clota. But while you drop some questions in there for me, I'm starting to see some pop in there. While you drop some questions in there for me, I just want to take a quick moment to talk to y'all about the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass, which started this week, and you still have the opportunity to jump in if you want to, if this is something that you want to do. It's the last time that we're doing it in 2021. People have been asking me, when are you going to do it again? It'll be sometime early 2022 is my guess. And for people who do sign up today, again, like this is the last day to sign up. For people who do sign up today, immediate access to everything from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. And tomorrow, I am doing a live session at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, with Dr. Emran Meyer, who is one of the most famous gastroenterologists in the country, and he is the author of a brand new book that I think I brought downstairs. It's called The Gut Immune Connection. It just came out. So we're doing a live tomorrow. This is one of the new things that I've added to this version 3 of the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass. I have added live expert interviews. Emran Meyer is one of the live expert interviews. I also am going to be doing a live session with Dr. Aviva Ram, who is the author of Hormone Intelligence. She is a New York Times best-selling author. She just found out she's a New York Times best-selling author very recently, like 2 weeks ago. Pretty cool. So anyway, happy to answer questions about the class. Happy to answer questions about gut health. I'm going to do both. We're going to have some fun. We're going to jump in right now. So let me go ahead and pull up some of these questions that you guys are throwing my way. All right, cool. Here we go. Any advice about chronic bloating for those of us that are already plant-based? Okay, so whether you are plant-based or you are not plant-based, what I'm going to tell you is applicable. And by the way, in the masterclass, there is actually an entire session all about gas and bloating, including special tables in the workbook that allow you to go through, answer questions. You take this quiz, and by answering the quiz, it helps you to understand exactly what is causing your gas and bloating. Sometimes there is more than one cause. When I think about gas and bloating, number one, first question, is there a medical reason for gas and bloating? How do I know what I'm treating? Like, how do I know how to treat you if I don't know what I'm treating? We need to think about, could there be a medical reason for gas and bloating? Okay. Number two, swallowed air that we swallow. That can be carbonated drinks, chewing on gum, sipping through straws, eating too fast. You know who you are. You're busted. If you're eating too fast, you got to slow it down. You're swallowing air when you do that. Okay? When you swallow air, that air needs to come out either through the top, you belch it, or it comes out through the bottom, which means that it wiggles its way through your entire intestine and then you fart. So you don't want to be swallowing air, because you either got to belch or you got to fart then. All right. Number two, after swallowed air, number two, it can be motility. So it's the way the intestines move. Constipation is the number one cause of gas and bloating in my clinic. Constipation is the number one cause of gas and bloating in my clinic. You can poop every day and be constipated. You can have diarrhea and be constipated. I did a constipation course earlier this year. We're probably going to release it as an evergreen at some point. But In the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass, we have entire sections talking about constipation, audio lessons, video lessons, things in the workbook, and Janice Mitchell from My Pelvic Floor Muscles, she is a pelvic floor therapist, will be joining us for an interview in the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass. It's one of the expert interviews. So, all right, so constipation. So we've talked about swallowed air, we've talked about constipation. Number 3, it is your microbiome. It could be damage to the microbiome. All right. So damage to the gut microbiome can impair its ability to process your food, which can lead to gas and bloating. A damaged gut produces more gas and bloating because it is inefficient at digestion. All right. Number 4, last one, the food that you eat. So the food that you eat could be causing gas and bloating. For example, if you drink milk and you come to my clinic, I'm going to tell you, stop drinking milk for a while. Let's see what happens. If you use artificial sweeteners, you come to my clinic, I'm going to tell you, cut out the artificial sweeteners. Let's see what happens. FODMAPs, sucrose, these are potential causes of gas and bloating. Too much fiber, too fast, going too hard on the fiber. Ease it up. I know I wrote fiber fueled. I know I'm like literally the expert like person pushing fiber to everyone. That doesn't mean that I'm telling you to just like max out fiber every minute of every day. There's a sweet spot for all of us. Okay? Sound good? Was that good? Was that helpful? Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts if this was helpful, talking about gas and bloating. Stevia does not cause artificial sweeteners, but stevia can adversely affect the gut microbiome based upon some new studies that were recently released. So, how effective is massaging the abdomen when you're backed up? It can help. There's no downside, right? There's no downside. But like for people who come to my clinic and they have moderate or severe constipation, massaging your abdomen by itself is not going to get the job done. You got to do more than that. So, hell yes, it was helpful, says Dr. Shada. Thank you. Boom. More questions? Should we do more questions, you guys? Yeah? All right, cool. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Thoughts on psyllium husk? I love it. I love it. If you read my book, if you take the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass, you will learn that I am a believer in diet first, prebiotics second, and probiotics third. Doesn't mean that I'm discarding any of them. It just means that's the order of approach from my perspective. And psyllium husk can be a very good prebiotic. But here's the problem. Some people don't tolerate psyllium husk very well. All right? It's kind of like a weird texture. Are you with me? It's kind of a weird texture. So you can do it. And if you like it, I fully support it. If you don't like it and you're like, Doc, I can't do that psyllium husk thing, that's not going to work for me, then think about acacia powder, think about partially hydrolyzed guar gum, think about wheat dextrin, which is benefiber. Those are all good options. And also magnesium. So magnesium is a big topic. We actually talk quite a bit in the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass about magnesium, specifically related to motility, getting into a rhythm. And, let me take a break from this question for a minute. Boom, question's gone. And talk to you guys about rhythm. Rhythm for your gut is critically important. You could be a great athlete. You could be an Olympic athlete. And if you put your heart into an abnormal rhythm, you may not be able to walk up a flight of stairs. That's how dysfunctional the heart becomes when it's out of rhythm. Your gut needs rhythm as much as your heart. If you are out of rhythm, you should not expect your digestion to be on point. You should not. We have to get you into a rhythm. This is how I spend my days. All day. Talking to people like I'm talking to you literally right now. I talk to my patients and I say, we got to get you back into rhythm. That's what I say. So, y'all with me? Is this cool? All right, let's do more questions. Let me see what we got here. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass, okay? Okay, this is a funny one, so I have to do it. I like it. All right, how quickly can your gut recover after a weekend of wine tasting? Anything special you can do to help heal? All right, let's talk about something that causes injury to the gut, right? So let's pretend it could be wine tasting. I hope you had fun. It could be wine tasting. It could be antibiotics. It could be that you went on vacation and you ate a lot of junk food and went to restaurants and you ate like super heavy dishes. So how do we get back on track? Okay, so it's not that complicated. It's actually quite simple. Number one, feed the good guys. Okay, feed the good guys. What do the good guys eat? You guys know? Tell me in the chat box, what do you think the good microbes eat? What do you think the good microbes eat? Tell me. Let's find out who's been paying attention. Number two, after feeding the good guys, don't feed the bad guys. Why would you do that? Now is not the time to be feeding the bad guys with sugar, with saturated fat, with ultra-processed foods. Now is that more alcohol? More alcohol. Now is not the time to be doing it. I'm getting a lot of fiber answers. I'm getting plants. That's also acceptable. I'm getting prebiotic. That's also acceptable. I'm getting fermented foods. It's partially acceptable, especially if it's a fermented plant. I fully accept that. Sauerkraut, I accept. Phytonutrients, I like. It's close, not quite, but it's close. All colored vegetables and fruit and variety of foods, I of course love. No sugary foods is also true. Good guys eat chicken McNuggets. Sorry, Wendy. You're off on that one. You get a D- on that one. You're probably messing with me. That's okay. All right. So feed the good guys. Don't feed the bad guys. Spend time outdoors. Spend time in nature. Get a good night's rest. Exercise. Hug a friend. Tell someone that you love them. Do things to relax and not have too much stress. The bottom line is we want to empower the good ones. We don't want to empower the bad ones. We don't want to sabotage our health. And we want to take advantage of the opportunities where they exist to heal our gut without even lifting a fork, because that is possible. In fact, that's an entire week in the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass. Week 6 of the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass is how to heal your gut without even lifting a fork. And that's one of the topics. So in the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass, let me just talk to you all for a minute about this. I hope you don't mind. But basically it's 7 weeks, and the 7 weeks is structured. Okay, so here's the idea behind the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass. I felt like there was a conversation that I wanted to have with my own patients. And unfortunately, in the modern healthcare system that I work in, I was on call yesterday, I was post-call today. You can see I'm wearing scrubs. In the healthcare system that I work in, I don't have time to have long conversations with patients, unfortunately. I wish that I did. I wish that I could go out and grab coffee and we could sit down and we could chat for a while. And that just doesn't exist. And so I created the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass to be that conversation. It's 7 weeks. It includes audio lessons, video lessons, a workbook that I wrote myself that is more than 100 pages long and includes worksheets, includes quizzes. There is a private community that is filled with people literally from around the world who are coming together into this community with one common goal. Everyone wants to work on improving gut health. No matter where you come from, we all share that one common goal, and the energy within the group is spectacular. It's amazing to see people working in teams, working together, problem solving. We have recipes. We actually have increased the number of recipes for this round of the course. New recipes that have never been released before and that you won't find anywhere else. Live Q&As with me. You think this is fun? Try doing it every single week with me into August, because that's how we roll. There are live expert interviews. Emran Meyer this week. Aviva Ram coming up, Hormone Intelligence. Janice Mitchell. I have registered dietitians in the masterclass, and they're doing live sessions. So there's stuff going on all the time. All right. So point being, each week in the masterclass has a different theme, and each theme is going to teach you something new. Week 1 is an introduction to the microbiome. Week 2 is how do you know how to treat something if you don't know what you're treating. Week 3 is all about poop. I don't mean to be creepy, but I love talking about it. All right. So if you want in on the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass, go to plantfedgut.com /course, theplantfedgut.com /course. And it is live right now, but today is the last day to sign up. So if you want in, got to make your decision soon. This is the last time I'm doing it in 2021. Won't be doing it for a while. All right, cool. Let's do some more questions, you guys. You up for that? I'm guessing the answer is yes. All right. So I get this question a lot. It's like a food combining question. Thoughts of timing of eating fruit. Like, do you have to time your fruit on an empty stomach versus with meals? Why are we so scared of fruit? I don't get it. So fruit is incredibly healthy. I see people on the internet who clearly don't know what they're talking about saying that fruit causes diabetes. Not true. It's actually the polar opposite. People who consume more fruit are less likely to have diabetes. Why? Because fruit contains fiber and polyphenols and phytochemicals that are good for your body, that are good for your microbiome, and that prevent diabetes. All right? I see that people say fruit causes obesity. Fruit causes weight gain. Not true. Where's the evidence of this? Where's the evidence of this? Try eating fruit and tell me that you gain weight. That's ridiculous. And when they've done studies and looked at this, people who eat more fruit, they lose weight. So these things, these rumors, they're crazy. What about fruit and candida? Good question. Actually, we had that exact question on Monday night in the Plant Fed Gut Masterclass, and I'm going to tell you my answer. So fruit and candida, if you take sugar and remove it from the fruit, all right, you are removing the sugar from the fiber, the phytochemicals, the polyphenols, which are the good part. You are removing the sugar from the matrix. Food has a matrix, and the more research that we do, the more we realize that the structure of the food is a part of the story. It's not just macronutrients, and it's not just micronutrients. There is a structure to the food that is relevant to the effect that it has on your body. Who here, I want to find out from you guys, who here knows how to create table sugar? Like, who here can take a piece of fruit and then hand me a bag of sugar? I want to know, who is this person? Okay? Because if you can prove to me that you can do this, I will give you a free seat in my course. And I'm not talking about going to the store and buying table sugar. That's cheating. I'm talking about people extracting the sugar from the fruit. It's not natural. I was a chemistry major, all right, in college. And I don't know how to do that. So here's my point. With candida, processed, ultra-processed, highly refined sugars, very different than talking about eating an apple or an orange. Completely different. And in this book, which is called Total Gut Balance, which is by my friend Mahmoud Ghannoum, he is one of the world's experts on fungi and the mycobiome, MYCO, which is referring to the fungal microbiome. He's one of the world's experts, and he's not telling you to stop eating fruit. He's telling you to stop eating sugar. And he's telling you that fruit can be a very healthy part of a balanced diet. Now, if you eat like literally only fruit, what are you doing in the first place? I wouldn't understand that. So maple syrup, I would really try to limit. So, all right, cool. Hope that was helpful. Let's do some more questions, you guys. All right. I want to hear from you guys on this one. What's the best way to start vegan? What do you guys think? What's the best way to start vegan? Here's what I would say. All right. Some people do better with just like all or nothing. Like they need to know that it's all or nothing. All right. That's not the way that I see myself, and that's not the way that I see many other people. I more am of the frame of mind of take where you are today and let's start moving in the right direction. Small, simple changes, when reproduced as a habit, time and again, have massive effects. If you read my book, you know that I've written about that, okay? So small, simple changes can have huge results when you turn them into habits. So what's the best way to start vegan? Meet yourself wherever you are. Start with a simple substitution. So for me, that was having a smoothie for dinner. Why a smoothie? Because you don't have to be a cook to make a good smoothie. You throw some stuff into a blender and you press a button and you're done. That's the beauty of a smoothie. So that's what I think. Let's see. My doc suggested to go 80 to 90%. That's very fair. Within a few weeks, I was pretty much 100%. Very cool. Love it. 1% habits. So if you take 1% and you get 1% better every day, you will be like, I forget what the number is, 38% better at the end of a year. So pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What else? What other questions y'all got for me? All right. What do you guys think of this one? What about your thoughts on collagen supplements? What do you think I'm going to say? All right. So let me summarize the data regarding collagen and gut health. Are you guys ready? Can you handle this? How much time you got? Well, guess what? You don't need any time. There is no data. There is no data. There's no data. There's no studies. There is not even one study. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm curious, what do you guys think about this? Collagen supplements. Billion-dollar industry? Billion-dollar industry, right? So if this is a billion-dollar industry and I am the CEO of a collagen company, all right, do I take some of that, my money, because I'm making at least millions of dollars. This is a billion-dollar industry. Do I take some of that money, millions of dollars, and invest into research to show that collagen really does work because I believe in it? I'm the CEO of this collagen company. Do I invest, because I have millions of dollars, do I invest to prove that my collagen can benefit your health? Or do I take that money and I put it into marketing? Because you know what? What if that study shows that collagen doesn't work? Gosh, I would cost myself millions of dollars. So let me just market direct to the consumer and sell you guys collagen. What do you think is happening right now? What do you guys think? Zero studies. Billion-dollar industry. How come the studies haven't been done? Tell me about it. I'm just saying. All right, let's see what other questions you guys got. All right, what do you think about peanut butter? Keep it super simple. I have no problem with peanut butter. Peanut butter has fiber. I have no problem. Do I take collagen? I love that question. Of course not. Why? Because I would rather take that $30 and do something fun with my kids. So, what do I think about peanut butter that only consists of peanuts? I think it's completely fair game. Like, you could literally make your own peanut butter at home. It's not that hard to do. And that's a beautiful thing. Any food that you can make yourself, that's a good sign. Now, if you can't make it yourself, if it's impossible for you to make the food in your kitchen, what do you think that says about the food? If it takes a year and a half of food scientists sitting together, trying to run experiments, trying to figure out how to create something, what does that say about the food? We need to be smart consumers, guys. All right, let's see what else we got here, guys. Are you going to archive this live? Yes. Can Gerd affect microflora? This is a two-way street. Microflora affect Gerd. We have new studies that show that part of what is driving Gerd is actually your microbiome. And what's interesting about that is that there are studies where they give people fiber. Fiber can improve acid reflux. Now, why would that be? Because fiber does not neutralize stomach acid. Here's why. Fiber can affect gut motility, which is part of acid reflux. Fiber affects your gut microbiome, which is part of acid reflux. Fiber is good for acid reflux. What also affects your microflora, though, when it comes to acid reflux, is that if you go to take a medication for acid reflux, a proton pump inhibitor, that can affect your gut microbiome. And so now, that's not to say that there's not a place for these medications. There is, and I prescribe them all the time. And I'm sure out of the nearly 450 of you that are here right now, there is one of you who is probably my patient and probably saying, Dr. B, you prescribed me this medication. Sometimes I do. It's all about how do we best treat our patients to get optimal results. And in some cases, medications are completely appropriate. So when we're stubborn about things and we say, no, I'm not ever going to do this or do that, we're creating barriers to getting people better. All right. What else we got here, guys? Just going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to go. I hear my kids downstairs. Can you hear them? Okay. I need a B12 supplement in a vegan diet, ? Yes. Do you need a B12 supplement in an omnivore's diet? Yeah. B12 supplements are water soluble, which means that if you have too much, you pee it out. B12 deficiency is extremely common. They've done studies looking at omnivores in the United States, and nearly 40% of people are either deficient or borderline deficient in vitamin B12. Plus, if you eat meat and you're saying, this is my source for B12, where do you think the animal is getting its B12? The animal is supplemented. Don't eat meat for the sake of getting the supplement that the animal is getting as a supplement. Just take the friggin' supplement. I use a spray. I don't have it up here in my office. It's downstairs, but I do have a B12 spray that I use as a supplement once a week. That's all I do. So, and it works super well, super easy. So, and I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to close out with a closing thought on the Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass, and that will be all. I've seen lots of people talk about L-glutamine for gut health. Okay, I've seen a lot of people talk about L-glutamine for gut health. I've seen it too. So what's the scoop with L-glutamine for gut health? Well, I don't know. I kind of think it's kind of interesting because what's with the hype? So can we take hype and science and can we separate them and see that sometimes the hype is up here and the science is right here? Now, I don't have a problem with L-glutamine. I actually take 5 grams of L-glutamine most days of the week myself. Why? Because I go to the gym. I'm actually going to the gym in 23 minutes. All right, I'm going to the gym. My buddy Eli is going to smash me. He's going to break me. He's like kind of Russian. All right. And so I take L-glutamine because it's for healthy recovery from exercise. All right. Like, do I really need to? Probably not, honestly. But I've done this for a very long time, off and on, dating all the way back to like my 20s. So, and I like it when I'm working out. I just, I do. I take creatine also. All right. But L-glutamine for gut health. Hype, science. Studies in normal people, don't really exist. There was one study where they gave a ridiculously large amount of L-glutamine to people who were in the intensive care unit, like extremely ill. And they got a ridiculous dose of L-glutamine for a very short period of time. Small study, short period of time, ridiculous dose in people who are not you, because you wouldn't be on Instagram if you were in the ICU. So I know it's not you. So you can't take that and then apply it to normal people, even normal people who have digestive issues. That's not a fair comparison. We need a new study looking at normal doses and seeing what happens to people, not in like 5 days or 3 days. We need to see what happens over the course of months, because that's how you're going to take it. Am I right? So, and that study does not exist. So, and that's problematic because, here's my thing. All right. Not to, I feel like I've been preaching anyway, so I might as well keep going. Here's the thing. Why are we choosing the stuff and hyping it up when it has almost no science? When there are so many things that have incredibly powerful science behind them that we are not hyping up. I don't get that. And that's part of the reason why I wrote my book, Fiber Fueled, because I feel like the conversation is just lost. And I don't know who's in charge of this conversation, but whoever this person in charge is of this conversation, I would like to have a word with them, because you're not really doing people a service with the information you're putting out there. So, all right, guys, this has been fun. I hear my kids screaming and yelling downstairs. I'm going to go say hey to them. I just got home from work and I didn't have a chance to really talk to them. So it's been fun hanging out with you guys. The Plant-Fed Gut Masterclass closes for 2021 tonight, midnight Pacific time. If you want in, now is the time to grab your seat. Go to theplantfedgut.com. Oh, real quick, I got y'all here. If you don't want to take my masterclass, it's all good. We're friends. You don't have to. It's not for everyone. I'm not claiming that it is. But I do have a free challenge for you. There's a free 7-day challenge at my website, theplantfedgut.com. Completely free. Sign up for that. There's nothing to lose on that. So go to theplantfedgut.com, check out the free challenge, check out the masterclass. If you want in, today is the day to sign up. Make it happen, instant access. Let's have some fun this summer. Thanks, guys. Good seeing you.